Lisa Bloom. What happened to all these issues? We just moved from one to the next. One to the next. Porn star stuff popping out there. Then we get the racism on Dick Durbin Say So, a proven liar. Let me tell you a little secret. This FISA court judge has a lot to answer for. He or she. It was their job to ensure. They're the supposed balance and protection against an overreaching government. It was their job to ensure that that FISA warrant would not issue unless there was probable cause that the target of the warrant was an agent of the Russians. Utterly preposterous. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I don't even feel I am, but I'm going to tell you how I know the dossier, this 35-page piece of trash, put together by a piece of trash with the assistance of a piece of trash, funded by the Hillary Clinton and Democrat National Committee. Collaborating, obviously. Hired the same law firm, the same hack lawyer, Mark Elias. Hired the same hit group, Fusion GPS, and they go to the Kremlin and other sources through this guy, Christopher Steele. Let me tell you how I know the dossier was used in full or in part. And then watch the backbenchers mention it. Ready? Because the Justice Department and the FBI refuses to deny it. You're not revealing classified information by denying it. You're not violating any rule by denying it. Did you use the dossier in whole or part to apply for one or more FISAs in your applications? No, we did not. That's simple. It's like saying you didn't use a kumquat in your application. No, we didn't use the kumquat. Okay, you haven't revealed anything. Other than you're explaining to Congress, which has oversight authority under our Constitution, you are telling Congress you didn't use it. You're not telling Congress what you did use. That's how I know the dossier was used in part or whole to get that FISA warrant. I feel certain of it. I'll tell you how else I know that there's a massive cover-up going on here. And you want to talk about obstruction of justice? It's occurring at the FBI and the Justice Department. Because when I took these public reports and started to put them together, there was a period of 5 or 6 months, or whatever it was, I came under a withering attack, even by news organizations that had provided a piece of it here and there. I knew I hit a nerve. I knew from my own experience as an old chief of staff to an attorney general of the United States. I also knew something was wrong here. But the FISA warrant or warrants, it's not the end of the situation here. We never got to the bottom of this unmasking. The Russian ambassador was surveilled. We're told he's always surveilled. Information came in, discussions, which are considered incidental. The incidental collection of information on American citizens. We know one of them, right, was Michael Flynn. That information could only be handled by a relative handful of people, and it was leaked to the media. Leaked to the media. We've never found out who did that. They've never been held to account. We were told that Samantha Power, as ambassador to the UN for Barack Obama, was unmasking people left and right, which is very odd for an ambassador to the UN, considering she has almost no responsibility for intelligence activities. She apparently told Trey Gowdy at a hearing that the NSA was using her name as a basis of unmasking, but they weren't, most of them, her requests. And Trey Gowdy said he get to the bottom of it. But he hasn't gotten to the bottom of it. It's almost worse that they would use somebody's name to unmask as a way to cover up who's responsible. There are people responsible for these things. And they're not being held to account. They're not being revealed. The irony is they say we don't want to reveal classified information, when in fact the people have leaked classified information. Now there's somebody else who knows about most of this, if not all of it. The former President of the United States. Now you know how he knows about it? Because most of it was in the media. And he's been essentially hush about all of it. He's never asked about any of it. I will keep to repeat, so hopefully the Nunes Committee and others will pursue this, the presidential daily briefings. If a FISA warrant was issued against a candidate or Trump World or an individual who is said to have worked for Trump World and so forth, you have to believe that was included in the presidential daily briefing. I have to believe it. If in fact Trump was colluding with the Russians, which of course he's not, that's a damnable lie, which has been used to try and handicap his presidency from day one, then you have to believe that the President of the United States at the time, Barack Obama, was receiving information related to that in his daily presidential briefing. Where are these briefings? Our committees have... I know, I'm supposed to go, S-hole, 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 racist, racist, racist. That's this week. Last week it was mentally ill, mentally deranged. The week before that it was collusion, collusion. I'm not playing. We have a true scandal that threatens this republic, in my view. And if NBC, ABC, and CBS, and MSNBC and CNN, and all their offshoots are not going to report it, then a significant percentage of the American people are not going to know about it. And that's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. By the way, many people have written that Durbin did this. They wrote about this at Powerline. They wrote about illegal insurrection, and they're not the only ones. Actually, we talked about it here over the weekend, too. That his whole effort here was to blow up the whole DACA negotiations and get a government shutdown this week and blame it on Trump. And here's what the left knows, and here's what